Well, my Solstice let me down the other morning. It was really cold, and now the battery decided it had enough. Now, I've never replaced the battery on a Solstice. I kind of assumed it was like a C4 Corvette where you just take a panel off over here to get to this battery, but no, it looks a little bit more involved in that. Taking this fender off would be kind of a pain. I think I'm going to take this wheel well off and this wheel off. Take this bar off right here, and then I should be able to just slip it out the wheel well. All right, here's the tools you're gonna need for this. This is all the tools you're gonna need for this. Now, you don't actually need an impact gun. You can use a lug wrench. So if all you've got is a lug wrench, just use that. I used a 1/4 inch ratchet. You're gonna need a 7mm. It does not need to be deep. You're gonna need a 10. It does need to be deep. Then you also need a 13, which does not need to be deep, but that's what I've got. Battery terminal cleaner is optional. You can have that cleaned by the auto parts place where you bought your battery from. They can make sure the terminals on your new battery are clean. And then of course you need some sort of jack to lift the car up. You could probably use the stock jack, although I wouldn't recommend it. Use a floor jack. Go ahead and turn the wheel all the way to the right because you'll have a little bit more room when you take this wheel off. We're going to take out 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are 7mm. With those out, you gotta press this in over here. There you go. And now, look at all the room we've got here. Good time to get those leaves out of there too. Okay, so we've got 3 nuts to take off. There's a 10mm right here, and then up under the fender, there's one right here. It's kind of hard to see with the camera, but we're taking this brace off, so it'll be obvious to you in person. That's 2. And we need to go up, right up under the fender. All right, with the 3rd nut off, this comes right out. Just gonna set that off to the side. Now we have plenty of room to get the battery out. Once we get that 13mm off for the hold down, and our 2, those look like 10s. Yep, that's 10. Loosen that. Take the negative off first. Take the positive off. Now all that's left is that 13 down there. Off comes the battery hold down. Now we are ready to pull that battery out. On your new battery, make sure you clean the terminals before you put it in. Now, if you don't have one of these tools, you can just ask the people where you're buying your battery from if they can do it for you. And now we're just going to slip the new one up in here. Alright, new battery is in. And we're just going to reverse our process. I'll put that hold down in first. Then we'll put our terminals on, put our bracket back in, put the wheel well back on, put the tire back on. That's really a pain to have to change a battery like this. That takes care of the actual battery. So this bracket is adjustable, and what you want to do is align your washers with the washer marks that are on here. Same up here at the top. And that'll get this back in the right place. So unfortunately, a couple of my clips broke while I was taking this apart. So I'm going to have to go to the store and get a couple new clips, but I'm not going to make you wait on that. The only extra tip I can give you is this little piece right here goes behind the lip on the fender. This whole lip here stays on this side. It's really not that hard of a job. You can do it all with hand tools. Like, subscribe, comment. See y'all down the road.